Today I took one green trade, and it was a nice little 3 hour trade. Followed the plan, and plan worked out. So yesterday it was pretty bullish pivot relationships. So floor pivots were also higher. Cams were overlapping higher. But yesterday night after Trump's speech, market tanked, formed a supply here, and started downtrending overnight. So today's open, it comes down under value area low here, and under yesterday's range, and also opens below L4 and also below S1. S1 was somewhere over here, so it opens below all the critical levels here. So it was a bearish open, and I don't really have many levels to short off of. So I had L4 because it opened under L4, and I had this ETH value area low, which it kind of rejected off of during pre-market. So I had that, but I wasn't very confident that level here. And I had L4 and high volume no ledge here, so that was kind of my short levels. But more importantly, I had these levels over here. This was a low volume node zone that I really liked, and then this was the 2 hour demand zone. So I want to long on this demand or this low volume node zone, which was this zone right here. So we're kind of bouncing off that area there of low volume, which I liked. So yeah, that was my plan for today. Long this, long that, or short this, short here, or short here. So market opens up just above L5 here, starts going up. So I start looking at maybe shorting value area low, but it comes down right into this low volume node zone, fortunately. So what I saw here was this downtrend. So low volume node starts at 65.16, and also L5 is 65.24. So 16, it comes down to the 16 level here. And then it forms a very nice 1 minute delta divergence here. Also a 20 range delta divergence forming. Also a 2 minute delta divergence here with the POC at lows. It's kind of forming a B shape. There's another POC at lows here. Not too much of a B shape though. It's kind of maybe a B shape, but I don't know. I do like that the POC is at the lows though, so I'm waiting for some sort of retest into this area again. I do like that it is forming this delta divergence on the 1 minute. Also on this retest, I'm looking for a CVD hidden divergence which it forms. And also on the 1 minute, there was a very nice high volume basing candle here. And then the 3 minute also ends up as a high volume hammer candle. So I'm looking for this retest, right? And it's forming a CVD hidden divergence. But I'm mostly waiting for this 2 minute candle to close. I really wanted it to close as a delta divergence here. There was about 25 seconds left in there, and I'm kind of looking at it. I do like it already because it kind of came back and tested this B shape here, and now it's bouncing with the POC at the lows again. So at this point I could have entered, but I really want to wait for this 2 minute delta divergence to finalize. So my entry probably should have been around 21 or 20 with a stop of below 14s. So maybe 6-7 points of risk, but as I'm waiting for that, it pops here. And so I hesitate a little bit, but then I enter. I thought it was decent enough confirmations that I just enter here. It's kind of a late entry. My entry's at 23.25, so 2-3 points beyond what my entry should have been, and it ends up being like a 10-point stop here. So I'm not too happy about my entry here, but it comes back. And also not happy about this entry because it came back eventually, and tested this support again. So now it comes and places it forms a B shape here, right where this B shape was, with a POC at the lows. So luckily it holds this area. It forms a B shape. There's a 2-minute delta divergence forming there too. And then on the CVD here, yeah, so it starts forming, it breaks these lows while price doesn't, so it's another CVD hidden divergence, and then it's buyers come in, and it formed a B shape there, another B shape. So I liked that. As soon as it broke these swing highs over here, I set my stop to the 16s instead of the 14s here, because this is where it last supported, and if it ever came back, I really wouldn't want it to break this level. So breaks the highs, I set my stop to 16s, and because my stop was so big at 9 points, I'm kind of worried that my target, my 3R target, is way too far away. I thought about taking profit here at value or low or VWAP, which was a decent place to take profit, I think, but my thesis was that it's going to bounce off this low volume node here, and theoretically, it should go all the way to this high volume node ledge. It should traverse through this area and go to 6580 eventually, right here. And also, because it was also kind of a L5 bounce here, an L5 bounce should make its way up to L4. So I thought this target was not completely out of character here, because my final target would be L4 and high volume node ledge. So I decided to leave it there, and it was a pretty strong move up. Just went straight up. Not much pullback, nothing. There was a little bit of a rejection at high of day, but I got through that even after these delta divergences, and it eventually hits my target here. So not a bad trade. A little bit of a late entry. I could have gotten a better entry, but really good trade. Good thesis. Glad it worked out. There's news about the war here, so it went crazy here, but yeah, and then it settled down. But yeah, not a bad thesis. I'm pretty happy about that one.